Hello, crafty friends. I am here to do a demo on how to make the Kite Pocket for the Kite Pocket swap on Amazing Crafters, Pocket Letters, and More. So for your base, you're going to need a sheet of cardstock. I'm just using a 65-pound weight, 8.5 by 11. And what you're going to want is a 8.5 inch square. So I'm going to trim it down so that I have an 8.5 inch square. And I will put these measurements in the description so that you'll know. Now what you're going to do after you make your 8.5 inch square is take a pencil and you're going to come in and you're going to mark at 3.5 inches. Just make a little pencil mark. Then take your paper and do a quarter turn, and you're going to mark it at 5 inches. So just make your pencil mark there at 5. And then just because it makes it a little bit easier for me when I'm trying to line things up, I come right here to the corner. You have your 2 pencil marks. So you have this corner down here. I just kind of mark the corner. It makes it easier for me to line it up. Now what I'm using is just my trimmer. My trimmer does have a score blade, but I'm too lazy to change the blades. But I'm going to use this groove right here to score with. So what I'm going to do is line up the corner right there in the groove, and then I'm going to line up my mark. And then I'm just going to close my tray, and I'm going to take my score tool, and I'm just going to come right here and run it right there. And then I like to run it back down to make sure I got a good score. Okay. Then I'm just going to turn the paper, keep that corner right there, and then line up my other measurement mark. And same thing, come in with the score tool, bring it up, and slide it back down. Okay. Then, so now let me hold this up here so hopefully you guys can see. I don't know if the marks are going to show up. Sometimes it's difficult to see score marks. Is that showing up? Yeah. So you see how you have your mark and you have your score line at the angle coming. And then you have the same thing over here on the other side. You have your mark and your score line. So they're both coming there. Then all you're going to do is fold on your score line and take your bone folder and score down. Then flip it over. Fold on your score line. And score and use your bone folder to push it down. All right, and now you have your basic kite shape. Now, kites usually have a tail, so we are going to add a tail. I'm going to take my little 1/16 of an inch punch. I'm going to come in here at the bottom and open the card up, and then kind of just centering it just a little bit above. Punch a little hole. See? Now, I already kind of prepared my tail, but what I did was I just took a length of baker's twine. I don't know how long did I take. Looks like I took like about a 16-inch piece. And then I tied some little ribbons on it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed this baker twine from the back. Oops, I guess it helps if I catch it. Through. And then I'm just going to come here. And just kind of tie a little knot. There you go. And then, well, I didn't tie that exactly right. Of course not. Hold on just a moment. Okay, so anyway, when you're tying it, you want to make it where it's at the point. And I made it to the side. So I'm just retying it. I just paused while I was untying so you didn't have to sit there and watch me try to untie a knot. So you just kind of tie right there to the point. Anyway, and then when you close it, what you have is you'll have your little tail for your kite. Okay, now what we're going to do is decorate by putting some patterned paper on. So let me just move that out of the way. Bring my cutter back. And the paper I chose is this paper. So what I want this paper to be is 6.5 inches wide. Let me set that on my cutter. Okay. So I'm going to trim this 12 and 12 down to. And my blade's getting a little rusty. Okay, a little dull. I guess I need to change it. All right. So now I have a 6.5 inch by 12 inch piece of paper. And then I'm going to make it 7.5 inches long. So I'm put it here. I'm going to make it 7.5 inches long. You know what? Of course, when I'm trying to videotape, everything's going to act up on me. Okay, so with this piece that you have that's 7.5 by 6.5 wide, you're going to want to fold your pattern to the inside and just line up your edges and fold it in half. So just match up your edges and fold it in half and just score it down with your bone folder. Okay. Now, and if you're using double-sided pattern paper, you want the pattern that you want on the inside to be showing to be on the inside. I'm using single-sided paper, so it's fine. Now, what you're going to do is line up the points on your cutter. Put it down. And then pull it apart. You'll have this little triangle thing which you can save and use for scraps for something. And then you're going to have these two pieces. These two pieces you're going to turn, and they're going to go on here, like so. Now, you can use any kind of adhesive you want. I'm going to use tacky glue. But you can use tape or whatever you would like. If you're using glue, try to make sure I'm in frame where you can see, because of course I'm not. If you're using glue, you don't really need a lot, because this isn't anything that's going to take a lot. So you just kind of want to get your corners and a little bead kind of coming down the sides. If you want a few little dots in the middle, you can. Okay. And then you just kind of want to center it on your piece and smooth it down. Okay, then you're going to take your other piece And do the same thing, kind of get your corners and get a little bead along the edges. And make a couple little dots in the middle. And come do your other side. Same thing, just kind of center it in there. Oopsie. All right, come on, Blue, be nice. Okay, just kind of center it on. And push it down. Okay, and then you have those. Now, for the top part, I'm going to tell you, because this will drive me crazy with it moving, and this is one of the things I like about tacky glue. I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here. And I'm going to pull my kite string onto it, my tail, so that this will stop trying to move for me. And just press it down. Okay, now for the top part, what you're going to do is take that other piece that you cut off the top when you made it 7.5 inches. And you're going to yeah, okay, so this is 4.5 inches, and then you're going to go ahead and make this 4.5 inches. Definitely got to get a blade and change my blades. Okay. So you have a 4.5 by 4.5 square. And what you'll do with this is just take it, and you're just going to kind of center it right in here on your thing and glue it down. You could cut it if you wanted. I'm leaving it. And then when you close it, it'll look like that. So now, before I do that, I am going to take my pencil. There it is. I was going to say, which I managed to lose because I lose everything. And I'm going to erase these little pencil marks. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take my glue. Run a bead. Run a bead. Run a bead. And a few little dots in the middle. Take it back here. Come back in here and kind of center it. Just smooth it down. Okay, now you have this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with my hole punch. And, because you're going to want your kite to stay closed because we want to put goodies in it. So, I'm going to come down, I don't know, inch and a half. I'm just going to get over onto the pattern paper a little bit. Punch a hole. And I'm just eyeballing. Basically try to match it up on the other side. Punch a hole. Yeah, pretty good. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down probably about, I don't know, about 4 inches from where I punched the first one. Come in so that I'm on the pink paper. Punch. Then just looking at it so I can kind of line it up. Do about the same thing. And punch. And that one's a little bit off, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to take some thin ribbon, same ribbon that I used on the kite tail actually, and I'm going to feed it through the holes. I'm going to do it on the top ones too. Feed it through the holes. Okay. Then, okay. And then all I'm going to do is take it and I'm going to tie a little bow. Tie. Tie a little bow. Oops. There we go. Come up here. Do the same thing. Tie a little bow. You can watch how not good I am at doing these things because I'm not the world's best bow tire. I was surprised the first one worked so well because I usually have more problems than that. Okay, so get your bow where you like it. Now, and then that gives you your kite, and then this is your pocket to stick your goodies in. And then you just load it up with some pretty springy, windy weather type of goodies. And that's your cute little kite pocket. I hope this is helpful. Talk to you later.